Apple is finally releasing iOS 26.2 to the public. This update has gone through 3 beta cycles, which when you look at it's not that much. Of course, all the previous point 2 updates had like 4 or 5 beta cycles. This one had 3, but it has actually been on beta for a really long time because they had a few pauses here and there. Of course, they delayed the beta, the RC actually for about 2 weeks, so it has been like over a month now, maybe even more, since the release of the first beta of iOS 26.2, but it is finally coming out to the public and it's actually a great update. So in this video, I just want to summarize everything you need to know regarding this update. We have a lot to talk about here, especially about the battery, the performance, the release date for this update, and everything else you need to know. And of course, we have a few extra features to talk about. Now, before we get into all that, I just want to ask you guys for a really quick favor. Most of you guys that watch my videos are currently not subscribed to the channel. So if you enjoy the videos and you want to see more of them, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. Now, we're starting things off talking about the battery, of course, which is a really important thing when it comes to new updates. Everyone wants to know how's the battery life before updating to new software release. And of course, that's a very important thing, because if you just update and you get worse battery life than you already had, then of course it will be really bad. So let's just head on to the battery section here. So if we go ahead and take a look at the battery usage here, we're talking about the RC, so the last 3 days right here, or 4 days with the day, you can see how the battery has performed. And it's actually really good. This is the first time in years that I have actually seen quite a difference in battery life from one update to another. Like comparing this to iOS 26.1, it is actually much better. I'll say you will get about 6 to 7, maybe even 8% more battery life on your device. You can see right here how it did perform with iOS 26.2 RC installed. So Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, actually Friday, and today, you can see right here with 96%, about 6 hours, and you can see right here 121% usage, 9 hours 11 minutes. Right here, almost 11 hours with 146% battery. So in average, I'm getting about 7 to 7.5 hours of battery life with this update. But you will have to keep in mind that this battery is actually on like 88% battery health. So it's not a new device, of course, not a new battery. So in your device, if you have a newer one with more capacity, you will probably get at least 9 hours with iOS 26.2. So in terms of battery, it is actually really good. Now, it doesn't just have good battery life, it also performs really good. Of course, there will be bugs here and there. So like mainly bugs that you will see on different devices for different users, and not something major that will impact every device or every user that does update to the new iOS 26.2. But again, in terms of performance, you can look at the score right here with Geekbench 6, 2,973 right there on the single core score, while the multi-core score is at 7,554. So a great performance for iOS 26.2 here with Geekbench 6 on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. It is actually really good, and you will also notice this just using your device on daily basis. It is really smooth, and of course it works really fast. And now let's move on and talk about the release. Well, there are a few dates that we can expect iOS 26.2 to be released to the public. In my opinion, it will be released on the 8th. That will be Monday, December the 8th. And basically, we had this happen for the last few years. Usually, Apple will release a major update like this on a Monday, but it can also happen on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Like the last 4 updates, iOS 18.2, it was released on December 11th. That was a Wednesday. 17.2, December 11th as well, but it was a Monday. 16.2, December 13th. That was a Tuesday. And the Monday was for iOS 15.2, which was December 13th. So again, it will for sure be released this week. I wouldn't expect Apple to actually release another RC. There are a lot of speculations that there will be an RC2, but in my opinion, it actually won't. So we will most likely get the public release on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, but in my opinion, most likely it will be Monday. And now let's quickly talk about some more features that we have been able to discover on this update. If you use CarPlay, then you will get some really nice updates with iOS 26.2. So what you're getting, up to 3 widget stacks now for CarPlay, but I believe this just will be based on different cars. This won't be for everyone. And also you can now pin or unpin messages directly from CarPlay, which is actually really good. So from the screen of your car, you can now unpin messages, which is really awesome. Otherwise, as you probably know, if you have been following the releases of iOS 26.2, it is packed with new features and changes. Some of them really good, like the reminders, alarms for reminders. That's really awesome. You can snooze the alarms. They will keep, of course, the reminder on the dynamic island or as a live activity, so you don't forget it. We will have a bunch of new features right here for the podcast. Auto-generated chapters for podcast mentions. You will have links which you can visit directly from a podcast for like music and things like that, which is also really awesome. We have an all-new Measure app, a lot of new features for the game app, and of course the new animations that Apple has added, which make this update really good. And you can see how smooth these animations are. They actually make the device look much better, and overall the UI seems much fluid with these animations, and they're the ones that we have basically seen, or the closest to the ones that we have seen at WWDC 2025. So again, overall this is a great update. But what's next after iOS 26.2 is released to the public? Again, I would expect to be released on Monday. If that happens, most likely Tuesday or Wednesday might be the days that Apple releases another beta. iOS 26.3 Beta 1 should be released before the holiday season, and in my opinion, it will happen either like a day after the public release of iOS 26.2, or if that doesn't happen, then on the week of the 15th of December, we should get the first beta of iOS 26.3. Now, if that happens, I wouldn't suggest you update to that beta, because most likely it will be like 3, maybe even 4 weeks before we get a new beta for iOS 26.3 because of the holiday season. Most likely until January 12th, we won't get another update. Now, as far as smaller update goes, I don't expect Apple to release any like point updates like 26.2.1. That might happen, but if it happens, it will sometime in January, because during the holiday seasons, there won't be actually no new releases. So that's basically it for this video, guys. Apple is finally releasing iOS 26.2, and as you can see, it is actually a great update. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and of course, subscribe for more iOS 26.2 videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one.